last call here.
I think this is the one, Matt, because I just sense something in my waters tells me that this is the atheist experience where we're going to get proof of God.
Yeah, so Kim, you're on with Lloyd. Kim in California?
Go on, Kim.
Yes. I want your opinion on two verses. One is Ezekiel chapter 37. I think
I've got them
21.
looked up. Do you want me to read them?
No, I'll read it to you. I want to put a preface on this. Israel was disbanded in the year 70 by the Romans, and it was gone for 2,000 years, and then came back in 1948. Are we good there?
Are you able to kind of explain, because obviously the purpose of this show usually is that people present arguments. So are you just going to kind of throw facts at us, or is there a basic argument that you want to make?
I want to hear your opinion. You say that prophecy isn't specific enough. It could be termed any way. It could be construed a number of ways. So,
is anyone else having trouble hearing, Kim?
Chapter 37, verse 21 is specific in its prophecy.
No, it's not.
It says, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. That happened in 1948. That's pretty specific.
No, actually, it's not specific at all. It's only because something happened. It's only because something happened in 1948, and you can then look back and say, "Oh, this looks like it matches this thing that was predicted." But it would have been the same if it happened at any other time and in any other way. And it wasn't necessarily a land of their own. And it didn't say, the prophecy didn't say anything with regard to time. Meanwhile, if the entire prophecy taken up by a bunch of people is that eventually Israel will be its own state, then you have people actively working on making Israel its own state. It's just like saying, if I order a medium rare steak, that doesn't mean that the chef and the waiter have fulfilled prophecy when I get a medium rare steak, although it would be nice.
No nation has been gone for 2,000 years and then come back.
Okay.
But do you understand that in the 1940s, when Israel was being formed, there were people literally reading this verse saying, we've got to make that happen? Are you familiar with the concept of self-fulfilling prophecy?
Yes. A number of people have told me that nations sit around reading the Bible and saying, oh, let's make this prophecy come true just to for some weird
that's not what we're saying.
Things I've heard.
Kim, that's not what we're saying. So stop trying to saddle us with what somebody else said. Focus on what Lloyd actually asked.
Okay.
If you have a book that is considered to be the infallible word of God, and this book is saying, here's what needs to happen for all of God's predictions to come true, and you're a religiously devout people, or you are in other countries and you want to see this happen, do you not think somehow people are going to make that happen so that they can then go back and say, this happened, therefore the prophecy worked? But all that's happened is that people wanted it to happen because it's in the Bible to begin with.
Okay, that's fair. One more verse, Isaiah chapter 17, verse 1. Damascus has been the longestly inhabited city that we know of in the world, and it's always been fine. It's been there, no big problem. And 17 verse 1 says, Damascus shall be a ruinous heap.
Yeah, what does the next verse say?
I think that's what it looks like right now.
What does the next verse say?
Let me click on it. The cities of Baror are forsaken. They shall be for flocks, which shall lie down, and none shall make them afraid.
No. So in my version, I don't know which version you want. Let's take the New Revised Standard Version. See, Damascus will cease to be a city, and will become a heap of ruins.
That's verse
Her
1.
Her towns will be deserted forever.
Ooh.
So let's just see, shall we, whether Damascus's towns are deserted forever. Little bit premature to be calling that one, don't you think?
Yeah, the city has an estimated population of 1.7 million in 2009. I don't think that it represents Damascus not being a city or laying in ruins. Do you?
Well, have you seen the pictures? It's a ruinous heap. Now that's a pretty
a city with 1.7 million people is not a ruinous heap just because there's some old buildings there too. If the prophecy is that it won't be a city anymore and it will be a ruinous heap, and it's still a city today with 1.7 million population, how is that a fulfilled prophecy?
Well, that's pretty good, and it's specific.
And it specifically says it will not be inhabited forever. It's never going to be rebuilt. Do you not think it's a bit premature to be saying Damascus will never be rebuilt?
Okay. Yeah, he hung up, gave up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it's funny that the Bible also has that prophecy about Tyre, and Tyr's still here. So.
Oh, we had that all the time as Jehovah's Witnesses. Don't get me started on what we were saying about Babylon being deserted. There's even a tourist attraction there now. So good grief.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite meme from recent years is the asteroid impact next to the visitor center, because it's exactly what people with teleological arguments are doing.
Yeah.
So find it, look it up. I put it up on my Facebook. Anyway, we are